Okay, so this is where you enter the forest. And we're going to go down here a little ways, and I'm going to show you where the Gribba Grabba live. There's normally a sign back there that tells you should bring food and water when you enter this forest because you can get lost in here. And I want to show you something here. The ravens, they have these gangs and they get into these fights, and it gets really bad sometimes. Look at these trees. This is what happened after the last raven battle about 2 months ago. Look at this one. Wow. I could hear it all the way over where I live. It was really bad. Those ravens don't mess around. They are very territorial. You can see over here the humans have built a railroad track right along this path here, and this right here is the ancestral home of the Gribba Grabba. And it's just been trouble ever since they put in these railroad tracks. The entire ecosystem was changed, and it's just been one problem after another. But anyway, this is the ancestral home of the Gribba Grabba. And this tree is about 300 years old. In fact, it's exactly 300 years old about 4 months ago because they threw a big celebration for the 300th anniversary of their ancestral home. And if you could see under the snow here, there'd be confetti and paper plates left over. If you can see in that one space there, there's a blue hole. Well, that's a security alarm because right now the Gribba Grabba are in Arizona. They go to Arizona for the winter. They're outside of Tucson, up in the Rincon Mountains. They're up near Reddington Canyon. Here, let me show you. When I get near the tree, see what happens? Now, if I were to touch the tree, it would contact the Fuss Budget security team, and they would set off the blue hole, and it would come out and it would just grab me. And after that, nobody knows what happens. They do have a leader, kind of like an ambassador, the Wakafu, and this ambassador is usually chosen because they have a really great knowledge of chlorophyll and the quantum mechanics of photosynthesis. And they also need to be able to speak the forest languages and translate that into their interdimensional languages. But anyway, over here, this is like their meeting place. This is their lodge, and this is where they have their important meetings. They just had a really big meeting. They try to do things by consensus and base their decisions on the ecology around them. But there were a group of Gribba Grabba who wanted to restore the monarchy and have an authoritarian, kind of like a dictatorship. And there was a big vote on that a few months ago before they left for Arizona. And I'm not sure how that turned out, but I do know that they also used this space to have meetings with the squirrels. Ever since the railroad tracks were put in, the Gribba Grabba have had a really hard time making a living. So the squirrels have this nonprofit, and they help out the Gribba Grabba by bringing them acorn supplies and food and medicine and anything else they might need. The squirrels are really together. I mean, they have bank. They've got stuff stored all over the place around here. So they really like to help out in their community. So they spend a lot of time here talking with the Gribba Grabba and finding out what they need and things like that. So anyway, yeah, this is the ancestral home of the Gribba Grabba. And when they come back, well, who knows this year, but if they come back during the summer, I'll come over and introduce you.